what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I'm overall going to be talking on how I'm losing the motivation to stream on Twitch. You know, I've been streaming on Twitch since the beginning of the year. And I'll tell you this much right now. Like, the times when people join my stream and, we just vibing and we're just talking and stuff, those be some of the best streams. And I don't know what's been going on lately. I don't know if it's like people not getting notified or there's just never a right time to stream. But I just finished streaming. It's nighttime right now. I just finished streaming. Now, I streamed like early on yesterday and nobody joined. Like, one person joined, that was it. Eventually, they ended up leaving. Then, same thing with this stream. One person joined and then they ended up leaving. But it's like during that time when that one person joins, others will join, but they don't say nothing. So that's why I don't technically count it as like somebody is joining my stream, because as how I see it, this is how my interactions go when I join a person's stream. When I join a person's stream, I'm talking with them, I'm cracking jokes with them, I'm laughing with them, I'm helping them out on the video game that they're playing, or at least giving them advice if they are asking for it. If not, I'm making sure of it that I say something when I join the person's stream. But then it's like if I end up leaving, then I end up leaving. But I just cannot join a person's stream, not say anything, and just watch. Like, I see it as this. That's what YouTube videos are for. You want to watch a video, go to YouTube, alright? But my thing is this, like, the stuff that I do on Twitch, I do that on YouTube. So that's why I'm like, it just confuses me where I'm like, dang, you can't even get comments on YouTube. Now I can't even get people chatting in my streams. Like, it's crazy how many people will overall, like, they'll view the post that I'm streaming. Like, if I'm posting a story, they'll view that. They would view or like the post on YouTube or like anywhere else. Nobody joins. Like, that's the stuff that I just don't understand. Like, especially with YouTube, when I post on there letting people know that I'm live or just saying some other stuff, you think people would join, right? You think like, oh, okay, this YouTuber that I'm subscribed to just posted that he's live on Twitch. How should I treat that? If you can't join, if you're busy, you got stuff going on in your life, that's fine. Like, I'm cool with that. I'm not asking all 20,000 of my followers on YouTube to join my stream and tell me, hey, I'm busy, I can't be in your stream. Look, I understand. Like, if you're busy, you're busy, alright? I'm not asking for my followers on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, anywhere. I'm not asking people to give me like a whole paragraph explanation. Like, but if you do join, I would imagine that you would want to have some sort of conversation. If not, then it's like, why do you join? Like, I understand if you're lurking, but most of the time when they join the stream and they say, hey, I'm gonna be lurking, they'll usually say that. They would say like, hey, I'm gonna be lurking in the background, but I'm just, here and stuff. So I'm like, oh, okay, alright, cool. That's when I kick it into like, okay, plan B. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to just pretty much improvise, talk about whatever, treat it like it's a podcast episode, treat it like it's a YouTube video. If they chime in and say some things, they chime in and say some things. They just want to sit there and just hear my voice. Regardless, I want to talk. I don't want to just sit there in the stream and just not say nothing. I hate it with the passion. Quiet streams. I don't even care if you're a hater and you want to just sit there and argue with me. Say something. Dang. Like, if that is too hard to ask for, then it's like, bro, that's why I'm like, I just, really, come time next year, I really don't see it where I'm like, if I'll be streaming, because I'm like, I'll probably would just overall, like, be focusing on YouTube and stuff, and just focusing on bettering my YouTube channels. Maybe it was just too early for me to stream right now, but I'm like, man, You know, you don't think that it's really too early. It's like, especially when you're gaining followers every single day. You're just, you're overall like, bro, I'm telling you, I'm up in the middle of the night, like thinking, what game can I play tomorrow? Like, I treat Twitch as if it is a YouTube channel. And it's a separate thing. Like, that's the stuff where it's like, okay, things is gonna be happening live. It ain't like where it's with YouTube. I got, time to like plan stuff. Like, I don't. But the thing is like every time when I go into Twitch, I go in there ready. I don't go in there confused. I don't go in there like, oh, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to like? No, every time when I go into Twitch, I'm ready. I'm ready for whatever. If a hater joins, I'm ready for them. If a fan joins, I'm ready for them. If a random joins, I am ready. But the stuff that I just don't get is the quiet streams. Is the streams where I'm like, people literally join my stream. And I've always said, like, imagine you're sitting at a lunchroom table with your friend, right? And they just walk up and they don't say nothing. You see how weird that is? Like, sit down and think about that. Place out that scenario. You and everybody else, or you're just sitting there by yourself, right? You're sitting there by yourself waiting for your friends to come to the lunchroom table and chill with you. They finally get there. You're like, hey, what's up? How's life treating you? You know? How's classes? Dead silence. Nothing. You ain't gonna find that weird. You ain't gonna be like, okay, like, either say something or leave. Like, I'll leave. Like, but it's just stuff like that where I'm like, I'm confused by it. Like, you think when you join a person's stream, like, you would want to talk with them. You would want to overall, like, say something. You know, like, even if it's like somebody, like, even when it's people that I'm a fan of, like, there's like all of the Twitch streamers that I've shouted out, like Amos Storm, Lin Sin, So Cozy, who else? Leanne Guyan, I think that's how you pronounce her last name, I don't know. But anyways, there's so many streamers that I've joined, and I'm always having a conversation with them. I'm always talking with them. Sometimes I may get ignored. I'm like, I don't know what I said. I'm like, I'm still going on with the conversation. I'm just like, man, like, Twitch is honestly one of the most, like, anti-social websites. But at the same time, it's one of the most social websites. Like, I feel like that the only two type of good streams that you can possibly have on Twitch is a stream where, you got your group of friends that you're talking with on a regular basis, or you overall, like, or it's one of those streams where it's like you got like 1,000 people or thousands of people in your stream, and they're just all talking at once. Then it's like, okay, I can't just treat it where it's like, all right, it's some sort of like comedy special, or it's some sort of, I'm overall like got a crowd to entertain. But it's like if it's a few people and I'm just sitting there saying everything, I'm like, hey, yo, I don't get that. It ain't even like my stream is big enough to where I'm gonna be dealing with stuff like that. So that's why I'm like, I don't get that. I don't get that at all. And I just have like a strange feeling, because I ranted about it all over Twitter and stuff. Because I'm like, man, it's stuff like that where it's like, it's annoying. Like, that stuff is lingering in your mind. I'm not going to hold it to myself because, it's going to offend other people, or it's going to make other people mad about how I feel about Twitch and stuff. And I'm like, nah, I remember the last time where I ranted about something like this. I remember I ranted, and it was pretty much the same situation. People joining my streams and not saying anything. And I remember I ranted about that. And I had all these people like coming out to me and stuff, like, trying to convince me, like, it's like, hey, you're just in your feelings and all that stuff. And I'm like, no, because I'm like, you guys, the same ones, y'all turned right back around and ranted about the same stuff. So that's why I'm like, it's stuff like that where I'm like, hey, yo, don't do no like hypocritical things like that with me, where it's like, oh, it's okay for you to rant about it, but it's a problem when I ranted about it. And it was like, and it really tripped me out. Like, it did. I was like, there's the one person, they got all on me talking about, oh, well, maybe you need to be a more entertaining streamer. Like, it's stuff like that where I'm like, hey, yo, do me a favor, don't say nothing to me. Just don't say nothing to me. Don't say things like that. Because if I say some things and have you crying and have you all upset and messed up, and then now you wanting to get like all crazy towards me and stuff, you had it coming. But it's like when they say things like that, and then they never join, and they've never joined your stream. Like, I have yet to see that person in my stream. So how do you know if I'm entertaining or not? That's why I'm like, hey, yo, do me a favor, worry about yourself. But if you ever see me tweet, don't say nothing to me, okay? Just don't say absolutely nothing. But yeah, there's like, they said that, and then it was a mutual friend that pretty much said the same thing that I said. And guess what they got? Oh, they got the, all-time hotel suite. They got this specialty. They got like everything that nice that you can possibly think of. Got the nicest tweets, the most motivational tweets that you can possibly think of. And I'm like, wasn't you just getting on me for this same reason? Like, it's stuff like that where I'm like, hey, yo, do me a favor. Just keep yourself over there, far from me. Don't say nothing to me anymore. I'm like, but no, I'm legit ready for people to, like, go out. Because I told people, I was like, originally, I'm like, all right, you know what? Nah. Like, wait until in the morning, because I'm like, right now I'm just too angry and stuff. But I'm like, no, like, I'm legit ready for people to, like, if y'all want to sit here and argue about this, I'm like, okay, you start up a stream right now. I'll join the stream, but I won't say absolutely nothing. You see how long you stream. If you can stream for numerous hours with not one person say anything, okay, maybe you're right out of all of this. But if you stream for like, what, 10, 15 minutes? Really? Like, come on now. Get out of here with that. That's why I'm like, man, people that be wanting to, like, say everything, like, to try to make it seem like that you're wrong, but they don't know if that same stuff were to be happening to them. Oh, they want to have everything in the under the moon to say about it. That's why I'm like, man, people, you sit down and deal with it first before you try to sit here and argue with me about it. But it's like, or at least see it from my point of view. But if not, then it's like, don't say nothing about it. Don't say absolutely nothing about it. If you can relate to it, if you've been in my shoes, if you understand what I'm going through, then it's like, okay, then cool. And it's like, and if you have something motivating to say at the end of it, all right, say something motivating. But it's like when people do that stuff, when they want to come after you because of how you feel about something, I'm like, nah, don't say absolutely nothing to me. Don't say absolutely nothing. But it's stuff like, yeah, it's stuff like that where it's like, okay, if I snap on you and go off, then it's like, you had it coming. You absolutely had it coming. Because it's like, you're talking in your own point of view. You're just seeing it where it's all like, oh, you're just complaining, you're just whining, you're crying about stuff, but never want to sit down and put themselves in your shoes. So that's why I'm like, yeah, I just stopped listening to people like that, because I'm like, if you ain't gonna put yourself in my shoes, why is this conversation still going? See what I'm saying? So anyways, yeah, I'm like, I just, I really don't know where I'm going to be at come next year with streaming. I would like to hope and think that I am still streaming, and, people are joining my streams, and, I overall have like a steady stream, because it's really demotivating when you go to other people's streams. Like, even if they have like only a few people in their streams, you see where people are talking and talking and talking. Streamers talking with chat's talking with streamer. Then it comes to my stream and there's like literally nobody talking, and I'm like, bro, it'll be people with like less followers than me, and they'll be having like everybody talking in their streams. I'm like, I'm confused by it. I'm really confused by it. So that's why I'm like, hey, yo, like, if I'm not streaming come next year, like this episode and legit like the past like 4 or 5 streams that I've done where it's like nobody has said anything, like, I think all of that, should answer, any questions you have. But I'm like, man, it's just that stuff, it's just, man, it's frustrating. It's very, very frustrating when it's like you start up streams, two streams in one day. And it's like, and it's crazy. It's funny when it's like I sit down and think about all the quote unquote recommendations people have had with Twitch. People telling me, oh, you need to play video games. People don't like these streams where people are sitting around and talking and stuff. Oh, you need to do these streams where you're sitting around and talking. These games aren't good. Or whatever they want to like rant about. Oh, you need to stream during the day. No, forget during the day. You need to stream at night. Nobody is up at night. Now you need to stream during the day. Oh, all the big streamers are streaming during the day, so you got to stream at night. Oh, all the big streamers are streaming at night, so you got... And it's like all of these recommendations. I'm like, if you just join my stream, okay, and have a conversation, I'm not asking for donations. Save your money. I'm not asking for no gifted subs. If you want to gift subs to help out people in my streams, all right, cool, do that. But if you're gifting the sub to support me, you ain't got to do that. If you want to give me bits, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do nothing that requires you to give me some sort of money. You don't have to do that, okay? If my streams are on subscribers only, it's not on followers only. Literally, anybody can join my stream and talk. I promise you, you can talk about whatever, okay? Whatever it is. I promise you, I will keep the conversation going. Like, bro, it's stuff like that where I'm like, if that's a problem, like, man, that's why I'm like, hey, you know what? To eliminate all of that, come next year, if I'm not streaming, I legit have my reasons. I would like to hope and think that I would be a little bit more motivated come next year. But if not, like, hey, look, I have my reasons. And I just, will continue focusing on YouTube. So, but anyways, talk to y'all later. Thank y'all for tuning in into today's rant. Like, subscribe if you're viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing it on the podcast streaming service. Subscribe to one of my 34 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter. Make sure you follow me on Twitch. Join, talk. Don't just do these silent treatment crap, because I'm not with that anymore. But anyways, yeah, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, TMossBoss. Facebook page, TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, my promo code is TMossBoss. It'll knock $20 off your first purchase. And yeah. Talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.